Hey, hey, ho, ho, Patriarchy, let's go! Hey, hey, ho, ho, Patriarchy! Patriarchy's got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Patriarchy's got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Patriarchy's got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Misogyny has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Misogyny has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Misogyny has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Misogyny has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Capitalism has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Capitalism's got to go!
No hate, no fear. Everyone is welcome here. 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 No hate, no fear.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Don't cry, my mother told me, as I sat there staring at the TV. The hours passed by on that tragic Tuesday evening where I couldn't believe my eyes, couldn't believe what I was perceiving, you see. At that time, it was hard not to mourn. Hard not to think of the generations to be born in a country so divided at the root. It was torn, you see, that Tuesday night was just the beginning of this long, dreadful fight. The beginning of this battle, the beginning of this war, and we won't stop fighting be weak, to be woman. To cry is to lose. Because when a bad man leads, you just smile. You take the whistles in the street as a compliment. You wouldn't get catcalled if you weren't pretty. They just want to see you smile. Why aren't you smiling? Are you a feminist bitch? Why aren't you smiling? When a bad man makes laws, you take the ass slaps as a compliment. They wouldn't invade your body if you weren't pretty. Who gives you the right to claim it yours in the first place? Don't worry about telling. He won't get sentenced anyway. His dad's the judge. Don't smile. Why aren't you smiling, you crazy slut? Why aren't you smiling? I want to see that pretty smile. From a young age, I was taught not to cry. Told that nothing good came out of that womanly expression. But my tears are my way of washing my fear. I will bottle them and bathe on days where I feel hopeless. I will lend them to you when yours have run dry. To cry is to be powerful. And to be powerful, I say, is to be a woman. Thank you.